off. Angry commenters haven't made it this far, but maybe this could become a clip. So to you angry commenters out there, I'm going to give you some insight on how us creators view things. If your comment is angry, we're immediately ignoring it.
Yeah.
We might have a good laugh at it.
Yeah.
I might take a screenshot of it as like, hey, Dom, check this one out. But when we see your angry comments, we have the power to delete them.
Yeah.
So if it's left up, I can promise you it's because we're just waiting for somebody to like come in and make fun of you. So, or maybe not necessarily you as a person, but as to make fun of like your dumb reasoning. So if you want, now I'm going to give people some cheat codes. If you want to actually get me to listen, engage with me with charity. Yeah. Tell me that I'm wrong with a smile, a loving smile, not a condescending smile.
Or give me my position in a way that's actually faithful to what I think,
right?
And then show me how I'm wrong after that.
Right.
People will set up a straw man, so you're wrong because that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
Say what I'm saying and then show me I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, because I do a lot of like apologetics, so I get hit with a lot of things like, oh, Catholics worship Mary, you shouldn't worship Mary, and like it's just like, I literally just told you that I don't worship Mary.
Yeah.
Now we could have a conversation about what worship is.
Yeah.
But
steel man the opponent, and then you'll be productive.
Exactly.
It's straw man is one of the worst things for me in the debates. I always try, especially in family arguments, I always try to say, I intervene usually as a third party. I'm like, okay, listen, cousin or brother, listen, mother or uncle, right? Like, this is what you're saying, and this is what you're saying. You see, you actually agree here, here, and here. This is where you disagree. And they go like, oh, yeah, actually. Anyway, so... Yeah. I hate when people talk past each other and strawman each other.
And it's just like... And that doesn't help. Because the other person that you're attacking, they know what they're trying to say. Yeah. They may not be saying it well. Oh, my goodness. There was one time my wife and I were having an argument about something. Yeah. And what she did is that she repeated back what I was saying. Yeah. And whenever she said it, I realized how much of a jerk I was being. Yeah. And I was just like, oh. And the phrase that I told her was, I can see why you would think that that's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Because that's exactly what I said. Yeah. And I apologized, and I was like, I'm so sorry that I said that. Yeah. That is actually exactly what I said, but that's really not what I meant.
Not what you meant, yeah.
And so it gave me a chance to like, pivot and do that. So
exactly, yeah.
And there, there's just some methods that you can do that. Like there's a thing called labeling that you can do, and you can say it sounds like you're saying this. Yeah. And you're going to basically do one of two things. They're going to say either that's right, or they're going to say, well, no, what I'm doing is, they're going to correct you. Yeah. Either one's a win. Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, okay, cool, you corrected me, sweet. Yeah. This is progress. Yeah. So now let me try this, and I'm gonna repeat it back to you. I'm gonna summarize what you just said again, see if I've got this right, and you just lather, rinse, repeat, and then once you realize, okay, so what you're saying is, you do think that little green men are in your head and controlling everything. All right. Okay, cool. Now we can get to the reason of why that's ridiculous. So
no, that's a good point. I agree.
Yeah. So, if you're going to leave an angry comment, try to do it well, please, because we get it all the time.
I think people think that because it's digital and it's just a comm box that they don't have the responsibility to be charitable. Like, you will answer I will answer for my mean comments. I'm always trying to be careful. There have been a couple that have slipped. I usually delete or edit. And so I go to confession. I'm a sinner. But what I'm saying is that, guys, because there's some people that are particularly nasty and consistently so and often, it's not because it's online that you're going to get away with this. Those... you're gonna account for that, in front of the judge. So anyway,
it's just one of those things of consider this browser history. Mm-hmm. Now, whenever I say that elicits some images in people's minds. Whenever I say browser history, at your judgment, you will literally have to go through your browser history that you can't wipe away. Yeah. With Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Who's going to go through everything you visited, every comment you've made, and you're going to have to answer for all of them. And it's just like, y'all, just please keep that in mind.
Now, Christ is merciful.
Yes. Thank God.
But
thank God for God.
Purgation is real. So that's how his mercy is manifest in the purification that you have to go through.
Whenever talking about someone who has like a real attachment to a certain sin, yes, that person is very attached to that sin, and they're going to remain attached to it. Jesus will beat it out of them in their last 10 hours in purgatory. Yeah. That's how long they're going to hold on to it.
Yep.
And it's just like, oh, geez, I wonder what's going to get beat out of me in my last 10 hours in purgatory.